Welcome to another edition of Florida Newsmakers. I'm Trimmel Gomes with our very special guest, Lilli Copp, the director of the Florida Head Start Collaboration Office. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you very
Now
much.
there are about 21 Head Start programs around the nation on an October 1st funding schedule. And now these are programs that serve families at or below the federal poverty level. Now what's happening? I hear they're stuck between this stalemate in Washington. Explain.
Yes, they are. Head Start grantees are funded at different times during the year. It just so happens that there are 21 grantees that are funded from October 1, and because there isn't a budget that has been created by Congress, then they do not have an award letter, and some of them have been forced to close their doors.
So what does that mean? What's happening here in Florida?
Well, in Florida, we have 8 programs that have a 10/1 or an October 1 start date. And depending upon how deep their pockets are or the agency in which they are funded through, some of them have been able to stay open, but some of them have been forced to close their doors. For example, here in the Big Bend area, Capital Area Community Action Agency, which is a 3-county program here in this area, was forced to close their doors on Tuesday. We have 2 other programs that one is staying open until the end of the week, and then another program will be closing the end of next week. The other 4 have additional funds that they've been able to secure through their agency or their funding source to keep them open for maybe another month or so.
So how many kids are being affected here in Florida?
In Florida, nearly 10,000 children will be affected by the shutdown if everyone is forced to close their doors here eventually. Right now, we're looking at probably about 2,000 of that 10,000.
Now, hearing that these programs are closing their doors, what does that mean to the families? How are they getting by? What are you hearing from the people who depend on your services?
Well, that's the tragic part of this, is that, as you mentioned, we work with families that are, in order to qualify for Head Start, have to have incomes that are at or below federal poverty. For example, for a family of 4, they can make no more than $23,550. And many depend on child care and the supports that Head Start provides in order to work and pay their rent and so forth. So Head Start provides a lot for their family. The children get early education and care, where we provide food services to the nutritional services to the child. We monitor their health. We take them to the dentist and make sure that they're getting dental exams, and so it's very comprehensive, the services that we provide. And so those families that will not be able to have those services of Head Start will be missing out, and the children most of all will be missing out.
Now, this isn't the first blow to your organizations. You guys are in the midst of recovering or adjusting to the latest hit from the federal sequester. Where are things now?
Exactly, yes. We're beginning to adjust Head Start programs. We're part of the sequester. They lost 5.27% of their funding. Some programs chose to reduce the number of children that they were serving. Some programs did not want to have that impact on the families and chose to make other adjustments, maybe furloughing staff, reducing their hours, just so that they could keep the high-quality services available for our most neediest families. So this is really having a huge impact not only on the families, but on the staff as well. And if a family can't go to work or don't have child care, then they can't go to work, and that is going to impact our economy as well.
For those who are watching this in that situation and wondering what they can do to get by or get some emergency services for their child if they have to go to work, what are you offering? What's out there?
Well, the programs have, the families have been guided to go to their local early learning coalitions. Those provide other federal and state-funded child care funds to families who qualify. So those families have been instructed to get on their lists, but they too have waiting lists as well. And so they may not be able to receive immediate services, unfortunately.
All right.
So it's been a tragedy for a number of reasons.
So what's next for those who are wondering what will happen to their service and how they can get back to status quo?
Well, we hope that there will be a resolution soon from Congress, that they will be able to work it out, and we will have a budget. If that doesn't happen, the program may be forced to close their doors, and staff will be forced to find additional work. And that's a shame, because Head Start is really invested in the education and the training of staff, and people really like their jobs when they work for Head Start, and we don't want to lose them, and we don't want to force the families to find alternative care or maybe substandard, unsafe care for their children. That's our fear.
Well, Lilli Copp, Director of the Florida Head Start Collaboration Office, thank you so much for joining us and bringing us all of that information. And to our viewers, we'll catch you next time.